me. That's why I
No,
knew.
just talk
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened?
bless you, but
What
please leave me
happened?
alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me.
This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. It is March 21, 2023. We'll do the disclaimer. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet, so use allegedly. Apply the but-for legal standard. The proximate cause legal standard, pretty much the same thing. The reasonable, prudent individual standard. The due diligence, due process, due care standards. And I assert all constitutional rights, especially equal protection, but not limited to equal protection, in the application of the laws in the state where I live, Oklahoma, for 9 years. I moved here in September 2014. I've lived in Oklahoma for 9 years. It's not Charles Perry's business where I live. It's nobody else's business where I live. That's between me and me. And if my family cared, if they I mean, I don't mean it like in a derogatory way. If they cared, I mean, they don't give a crap where I live as long as I'm happy, is what I mean. Right? Isn't that kind of what family wants? Good things for each other. So it's kind of up to me, Mr. Perry. Your little conversations of maybe we should have our Uncle Corky tell her to leave Oklahoma. We don't want you here. I'm going to say this again. My family is to be left alone. And I don't know how many different ways I can say the same thing, sir. I don't have the patience or the training to deal with someone with Huntington's disease who suffers symptoms of that disease, such as hallucinations, paranoia, psychosis, delusion, and impaired cognitive reasoning. I don't have it. I don't want anything to do with you. You have my family and where I live and where I work and what I'm doing isn't any concern to you at all. Not your business. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. I don't want anything to do with you. I moved twice, sir, to get away from you. You're a job. And what happened is, I was supposed to get you elected and that was it. So that undercovers could get to you, and they did, and they have. They've talked to all of y'all. It's a lot easier to get information out of somebody that might incriminate them without them knowing that's what you're doing. I'm good at it. The people that help me are really good at it. Everyone talks about it. You got to be very careful when you talk to her. Don't let anything slip. Make sure you have your poker face on. We've got all that, guys. What are we going to do with it? We have all of that. What are we going to do with it? When I speak in the third person, I'm quoting someone else. Most people don't ever have to be told that. They just know. So apparently I have to say it. So if an undercover wants to go in and pretend they need their taxes done to get Mr. Perry talking, that might work a time or two. Then he's going to get wise to it. If the guy never gets his taxes done. But now, or we thought so then, now we know Mr. Perry has also memory problems. He probably wouldn't even remember that he's talking to the same person. Because we have to repeat ourselves over and over and over. And we'll be like, we already caught you on that. You're a sex trafficker. You're caught. Yeah, like you don't know you're caught. Well, we've said it over and over and over. You're trying to kidnap me. You want to starve me until I lie. Deprive me of my basic rights and needs, food and shelter. To force me to lie. To coerce a lie. All of that's criminal activity. Very blatant, very flagrant criminal activity. And everybody's really tired of dealing with it, Mr. Perry. My family isn't gonna, they don't give a crap where I live as long as I'm happy. They don't care. Everybody minds their own business and shit. We don't bother each other. We don't, You know, there's a couple of people in my family that do that, and the rest of us kind of stay away from them. We just don't want to deal with it. We're like, no drama, please. And if you're going to be drama queen, you're going to cause problems and trouble, be a troublemaker, then I just won't hang out with you much. So, I came to Oklahoma because Mr. Perry then made me a victim of all the rest of his crime that he's been doing all his life, and he hid until he did it to me. But if you're an undercover and you get somebody elected who's already got an entitlement mentality and a grandiose thinking mentality, and they like to brag about what they can do and get away with, gosh, get them in a public office. And that way, you can get an undercover right up to him to talk to him repeatedly. Different ones, the same one, more than once, in a setting where he thinks he's talking to a voter and he's going to brag. Or he thinks he's talking to a campaign donor and he's going to brag. And the things, one of them is a female. She said, Mr. Perry initially comes across as this very wholesome, very naive, very friendly, nice guy, but the real Charles Perry slips out sometimes, especially if you know what topics of conversation to bring up. That'll kind of get him to slip up, and then you're looking in the eye of a serial killer. You know you are. The real guy comes out. I don't know if he realizes it comes out, but it comes out. And so if you're good at what you do, you can do that. What's been said of me, Mr. Perry, listen to the words I'm saying. I've said this before. A lot of people have said it. I'm repeating somebody else. And you act like you fucking have no idea what I'm saying. It's very maddening to deal with somebody this slow. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. A lot of people do. It's getting very, very irritating to have to deal with a person who can't understand a fucking word you said and always reacts like they have no fucking idea what you just said. And then you gotta say it over and over, and then you gotta deal with shit. Drop everything you're doing. I have a schedule. I got school. I got work. I got a gym. If I can go to work and it's not fucking dangerous or a threat for me to just go to work to make money to feed myself and pay people I owe money to on time, deprive her of food and shelter, and then she'll lie. How bad can we make her life? And then she'll lie. Then she'll leave Oklahoma. She's catching our crime way too much. She's good at what she does. How many men sit in a motherfucking meeting trying to figure out how to make me fail? 20, 30? Dear God, that is insane. I couldn't get a bigger compliment than that. But it's insane. I control you that much, all of you. 30 men, I'm completely controlling your day. That all you do is sit around and try to figure out how to make me fail. It speaks to the pathetic boring that your life is. If you have nothing better to do than that. All you had to do is leave me the fuck alone, because it's different when you do the crime to me. It's completely different than when you do it to all your other victims. All of a sudden, everything changed when you started doing it to me. And the more Mr. Perry tries to fight for that lie, the more truth comes out. And you'd think, after that happens a time or two, you'd think he'd have the good sense to stop. Most people would. He just does it more. I want to do it more. Okay. Who's my leaks? Well, get a life. Get off your fat, lazy, perverted ass and go work. And go be normal. And go hang out with your own family and leave mine the fuck alone. Is your family leaking? Is it Kim? Is it Al? Is it Z? Is it Putin? Is it Russia trying to kidnap me? Oh my God. Is David leaking to Russia? Yes. David, however did you figure this all out? As slow as you are. David calls Putin and Putin calls me. How'd you know? Call Putin and tell him stopping your crime. I mean, do you hear how far-fetched this shit is? I don't even... we're out of words. We don't even have words for that. So the big fight, I guess, is your family. Listen to the words I'm saying. Is your family leaking? Oh my God. Is your family telling on me? Is your kids, is your family, are they telling on me? And somebody this morning got really pissed. I guess there was some big argument I heard between Judy Parker and Chief Franklin. Oh my God. Son of a gun. If that's true, and if what I heard was accurate, I'm at a loss. Talk about wacky and inappropriate. That was it. The whole thing that I heard happen. Crazy inappropriate. Absolutely way out of line. I don't even know what to say. How many times do I need to say this? Tulsa police are not helping us. Let me say it again for you. Write it down, please. Tulsa police took my police report that I have to by law file. Oklahoma said the statute, Marler versus Clover. If you want to get a protective order against someone who's threatening you on a fucking everyday basis with death and false arrest for months, because you won't be their bitch, you won't have an affair with them, you think they're a fat lazy turnoff and you don't want anything to do with them, and they're a job. Let's say Mr. Perry was a job, but somehow I let down my professional guard and I became attracted to him. Okay, that's a possibility always in any situation. That did not happen. Delusional Perry has imagined a lot of things. That didn't happen. If it did, show some evidence of that, Mr. Perry. Okay? Show the evidence that substantiates your wacky belief that there's anything romantic between us at all. Show that evidence to the public. Because this thing where you go around in the back room, do this, in the back room, secret, fuck you. Absolutely not, sir. You're a public figure. You decided to run for office. You won. Now act like you understand what that means. If you think there's a romance there, prove it. It's not going to be proven by you forging my name on a marriage license I've never seen. Prove it was my decision. Prove that. That to the public, Mr. Perry, that there's a romance there. Because I've said there's never been a romance there. There will never be a romance there. You're delusional whack job. You're a stalker, and that's a felony. Even if there was, okay, now let's just back up even a little more. If there ever was, you put something out to the public and you prove that. Or you're just delusional. Don't do any backroom secret. Nope. Publicly state or provide proof that there was ever a romance at all, ever. Second of all, let's just say there was, for argument's sake, and I ended it. Let go and move the fuck on. Nothing more pathetic than a bitch who can't move on. So where's Jackie and all that? You know, your wife that you promised to love till death do us part, and honor her and be loyal to her, and you have kids with her, and you have a life with her, and you shit on her all over that woman. And would you tell us what she did to deserve that? Tell us what Jackie Perry did to deserve your betrayal and the time that you have spent bothering me for now a decade. Do that, okay? Okay, so if I if I talk to somebody, I mean, more than one person has seen me do a sting op, and sometimes it depends on who I'm talking to, and the level of intelligence, maybe, I think. I don't know. If you notice Pinto was more straightforward. Pinto's level of intelligence is not that high. And then you got the cop, and then you got the Florida State's attorney, blah, blah. Okay, so people that have actually seen all that said she can do a sting op and get the truth out of people, and you don't know that's what she's doing, even if you're listening in on the conversation. You're not in the conversation. The person in the conversation sure as shit doesn't know. But even if you're like a third party listening into it, you don't know what she's doing until she explains it. Then it makes perfect sense. Okay, I can do that, Mr. Perry, Judge Parker. You know, you don't. When that guy said you don't know that she didn't befriend Judge Parker to kind of get to know the Lubbock judiciary, and I can tell you, pay attention to who I hung out with. Trey McClinton, Judy Parker, Mark Hawker, David Nielsen. I mean, are you off your nut? Tom Head and I did not get along at all. Do you know why? Because he's a fucking weirdo. He's just like Charles. That's their club. That's their little crowd. Tom Head is the one that said, we need to approve the budget for 7 new deputies in case the UN invades Lubbock. And I'm going, oh my God. And it was all over the national news, and I'm like, and Jeff Klotzman's going, oh my God, you did not just say that. 7 new deputies. Are they fucking ninja, superhero, superpower? I mean, 7 new deputies can fend off the UN if it were to invade Lubbock. Of all the, kind of like Putin is after Charles Perry, the UN's after Lubbock, Texas. Do y'all know? I mean, do you see the wacky in these people? They don't even make sense, much less, I mean, the credibility, because you guys say shit like that. Do you understand why people are just laughing? I mean, it's like, this is a whole different planet over there. This is not real world that you guys live in, because normal people don't say shit like that. They don't think it. They don't say it. If you said it, you thought it. If you said it, if he said something like that, he's thinking that. So me and Tom Head never got along. He's just not my cup of tea at all. I don't even, I don't know how he won, frankly. I mean, there's some comments that have been made on how some of those guys, Charles Perry and Tom Head and those guys, won by hacking. And that might be true, because I'm, the hacking in my phone. I mean, why would it not? And that the election office commented on there being some strange shit. And these guys are weirdo. I mean, they just are. When you walk up to them, you get the creepies. I mean, you just do. So you brought that up here, and you weren't invited here. And what I do in my life is not your business. You're just a wannabe. Now, if you think there was a romance, then get some proof and put it out to the public. Or shut up about there being a romance, because you just look cuckoo. Like you're a fucking delusional. And what about Jacqueline and your kids and all that? I mean, you're the one running around telling everybody we're a couple. We're not a couple. You disgust me. You're a job, sir. Just a job. I'm very good at what I do. I can sting up somebody, and even people listening in have to be told what I just did. And then once I tell them, oh, here's what I was after. Oh, shit. And he gave it to her. They said it. They did. Okay, so that's kind of, if I'm good, so if I can do that, and the people helping me are even a lot better than I am, imagine what you've subjected yourself to without knowing it, which is a lot easier to do if you're a public servant and you're intermingling with the public than if you're sitting in your office doing taxes. Don't you think? I mean, it's just common sense. I thought it was a great strategy. It seems to have worked quite well. Ask the Muffin Man. We have stuff nobody else has. So, I mean, you guys use it. We got your code words. Your little fucked up code words from daycare. Rumpelstiltskin. Is she gonna give us her real name? Is Rumpelstiltskin when they're trying to get me to say my real name? Hansel and Gretel is. Are we gonna be able to get her to go to this particular location so we can hurt her? Go to Mike. Go to Pensacola, Mike. It'll be fun. Yeah, you blew his life up. Judge Parker, let me tell you something. There's stuff you don't know, but I've pointed it out repeatedly. And if you are the kind of human being that is inhumane and can blow people's lives up and support any such thing, then you need jail just as much as they do. You can't be any part of that. You can't. If you're a normal human being, and if you have any morals at all, or ethics or values, certainly all you people in Lubbock like the church, I don't know what the hell they teach y'all at your church. But my Bible says treat other people like you want to be treated, because we reap what we sow. God is not mocked. You don't oppress the poor and the needy. You give justice. You get the truth. And you give justice. Because that's God. And if you don't know that God, what fucking God are you serving? I mean, come on. If there's 10 commandments that we have formed much of our laws around that say you don't lie, you don't commit adultery on your wife, not even an imaginary one. You don't covet things that aren't yours. You don't have any other gods before me. You don't go into court and bear false witness against your neighbor. You go into court and you fucking tell the truth. You know, don't kill people. Don't steal shit that doesn't belong to you. And if you don't want somebody doing that to you, treat other people like you want to be treated. Don't do it to somebody else. Because if you do it to somebody else, then you're going to reap what you sow. Don't complain about it. You asked for it. We have a court order to invade your privacy. You have a weirdo problem you can't control. We control the flow of information. Did Judge Parker scold and yell at and rip apart Chief Franklin for what? For what? What was her place to do that? I mean, come on. Because Mr. Perry went into court and lied again, and she believed him? I mean, come on. You can't, Mr. Perry, go into court and lie and lie and lie and lie. These things stack up. And the harder you fight for your lie, the more of the truth comes out. Is Rapunzel going to let down her hair? No, I know he made her sleep in her car and spend Christmas in her car by herself, so probably not. It's more likely she'll choke him with it. Rapunzel, let down your hair is when you finally get and force and bully and coerce a sex trafficking victim to agree to be trafficked. So you can Papa John's her. Deliver her. You can make delivery. I have those code words, Judy. You have no fucking idea what you're dealing with here. How did I get it? It's not Chief Franklin. They gave my police report right to the offender when they tried to kill me. You gotta file a police report to get a protective order. If somebody's threatening death and false arrest, then I have emails to that effect long before he did it. And texts. Let your life fade away. Yeah, I gave you arsenic. What do what do you think that means? How was I supposed to take that? I was getting sick. Weirdly sick. I haven't been sick like that since, and I wasn't before. So if I'm asking him, I think you drugged me, and I think it's arsenic. And he says, yes. What the fuck was I supposed to think? Then at that point, you got to go to the cops, and they got to properly collect the evidence, including a blood draw, and they got to have a forensic scientist inspect it and rule it out or confirm it. None of that happened. So, why would you think Tulsa police is helping us? Doesn't look like that to me. I mean, we're kind of at odds with each other. I told them, Jerry Bender, I'm not going to sue Tulsa police. I'm going to out-cop them. Watch me. I caught Michael Neely's deal. I did. I said he was drugged before anybody else said it. Everybody remember that. Write this down. Cynthia has help. They found out Mike was drugged before anybody else said it. It wasn't on the depositions. Depositions weren't taken yet. Wasn't on the docket yet. How did I know that? Gene Mitchell is going to change his legal argument and lie, because he's already told the media that there was that the video of the police interview is going to exonerate his client, which I agreed. So why did he change that? Who told him to change that? Judge Parker, you know it's illegal for somebody to tell somebody to change their court testimony. And an attorney is basically testifying on behalf of the client. Are they not? And then Mr. Powell, oh, she's ingratiated herself to police. I've heard that for years. Absolutely not. You know what's happened? There's some people smarter than you. And that's all there is to it right there. Look at the facts. I got texts and threats of death and false arrest. I want a protective order. First, I tried to get one, forgot my police report, got it denied. I gotta try again because now they're escalating. I don't want to die. And I don't want to end up in jail. So I have to take the appropriate action to protect myself. I file a police report in compliance with Oklahoma statutes and laws, and you got to do it. Marler versus Clover. So I file it. There's no collection of my evidence, is there? There's an arrest because you, by physical force, prevented and delayed the reporting of the crime and the proper collection of evidence. Then you didn't even do it. Maryland versus Brady. Crackerjack box law degree, Matt. You heard of it? You have to properly collect and preserve the evidence. I'm now in your custody, being illegally detained. Mr. Perry, listen to the words I'm saying. Please understand how maddening it is that you think I care what you think. No one understands why the fuck you think I care what you think. Were you asked? Nobody asked you. No one fucking asked you. Stop threatening me. Stop fucking threatening me. Type it in my phone. We're gonna do it again. Are you? Okay, everybody know for the record, Mr. Perry just threatened me with false arrest again. When I said I was illegally detained, in my other phone he's typing, we're gonna do it again. Okay, but we've been talking about that since you did the first one. You're caught. You'd have to go into court and lie to get another one. Same as you did the first one. Because you told people that there was a political vendetta. But there's no evidence of that because there wasn't one. You imagined it. You're delusional. You got a mental illness. Or did you just lie? You tell us. Why don't you clarify for the record in front of Judy whether or not in the first arrest, the first false arrest that you'd been threatening forever, just like you just did just now, why didn't you tell her? Did you imagine the political vendetta? Or did you just lie? Are you a cuckoo bird? Are you just a fucking con artist? Which one are you? My guys know exactly what happened. So remember, there's going to be another court where all this stuff comes out, like his code words, Muffin Man and Papa John's and all that shit. So when I say, make sure you have your facts straight right now, because it's going to matter later. You're going to look like a fool if you get it wrong now. That tends to happen, right? Tends to happen. With criminals, especially reoffenders like Mr. Perry, can't stop. They can't. No control at all. He can't think things through. He's got impaired cognitive reasoning. In 2021, our shrink says I think he's got Alzheimer's or senile dementia or some kind of aging disease, because he's not going to pass the cognitive reasoning test I give my first grade patients. He's not going to be able to do it. He can't think past on his shoe. Zero cognitive reasoning. So sure as shit, later we find out he had Huntington's disease. I mean, I've got emails. Listen, thousands of emails documenting each and every threat, anywhere it's made, any manner it's made. Mr. Perry, I don't care what you think. No one understands why you think I do. And you never shut up. And everybody's sick of hearing it. Remember, we're getting information from inside your criminal organization, and no one will tell you the who, what, when, why, how that happens. No one. No one wants to help you. Not with that. Not with that. You're a very, very, very wicked man. Very wicked man. And I'll tell you, they cannot, it's a good thing I'm not God. They can't make hell hot enough for you. They can't. God is merciful. It's going to be hot, but it won't be as hot as I would have made it. I mean, you can't make hell hot enough for guys like you. Just beat down people and guess what? He doesn't give two fucks who he hurts or how bad he hurts them. His only question is, who told on me? Not, I'm sorry let me make this right. I shouldn't have done that. Just only thing he gets, no fucks given for who he hurt or how bad he hurt him. What kind of kids' lives he blew up. No fucks given about the Neelys or the Millers. All he cares about is who told on me. How did I know Gene Mitchell was going to lie? Because I contacted him in October and said, don't lie. Let me testify for your client. I know exactly what happened. So, why didn't he, Mr. Perry? Mr. Powell? Why did he lie? And why did I have to file motions to intervene? Because you guys told him not to let me testify. That is called suborning perjury. You're intentionally making sure a very, very material fact is concealed that could change the outcome of the deciding body, and you know good and well. Everybody knows, everybody talks about it. Had he let her testify and Mr. Neely was still found guilty, we might believe that she's full of crap, but that's not what happened. They made sure she didn't testify, and then they went at her. And she's broke and she's sleeping in her car on Christmas. He's definitely retaliating. He's punishing her. Mr. Perry, why is it you think I care what you think? Why do you think that? Nobody understands why the fuck you think that. Nobody asked you. What did I ask you to do? Leave me alone. When you contact me, we get more because I fucking hate your contact. When you invade my privacy because you got a weirdo problem, they have a court order and they invade yours. Don't ask how I found out. You know how I found out. You have known all along. No one gives two fucks what a whack job thinks. I don't go down to the mental hospital and ask those people what they think. I don't care. What I do is none of their business. Nor is it yours. Nor does anybody think what you think. Care what you think. Whatever happened this morning was bizarrely inappropriate. Bizarrely inappropriate. Where do you get off? Where the fuck do you get off? I left Lubbock 9 years ago. All we've done is bring out fact after fact after fact after fact. Was it political? Was it political, Mr. Perry, or was it personal? You need to show evidence of whichever one it was that you claim. Show the evidence of a political vendetta, or show the evidence that there was a romance there. Or shut up. Or just shut up. More ranting is of a crazy man like this.
Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you.
What
I don't ever
happens-
want to hear your voice, to you. Please,
what
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave
happened?
me
What
alone.
she-
Please leave me alone. Please stop following
You
me.
won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't.
About
Stop
that.
stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
Please leave.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures? You want,
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can
find
bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
Are these two on a date? Does it look like she's in love with him? So you don't have a date, Mr. Perry. You don't have a real love life. I've moved twice to try to get away from you. You got 11 attempts at a protective order you had to buy your way out of. No woman is sitting on your lap holding your hand. You're by yourself with your blow-up doll on a TV show. You left your wife for a blow-up doll in a TV show. Doesn't get any more pathetic than that. What a loser. What a fucking loser. You are not interested in women, because if you liked women, you would do what women like. Peeping and threatening and harassing is not a part of that. I've dated a lot of men, Mr. Perry. None of them did that to me. If they got a real date with me, real life sex, they didn't do what you do. You don't like women. You have a seething hatred for women because your mommy humiliated you, and we're all got to pay for that. Instead of having some dignity and class to keep that bullshit in your own family, go ahead, shit your underwear and wave it and make us look at it. Get a doctor. You don't bother other people with that. What's wrong with you? Wow, I mean, you want to be a dignitary and you want everybody to respect you, but then you act like that. Very pathetic. I mean, we don't have to deal with it, sir. Your deviant problem. We don't. We're not. We're not. This is not a date. These two are not in love. Charles, you're rejected. You're just a rejected failure. Delusional. I'm not in love with you. I don't like you. You're repulsive to me. Fuck off, weirdo. Control yourself. Go be normal. Nothing in my life is any of your business. Fuck the hell off. Act like a grown man. Stop acting all princess. Grow a pair and keep up with everybody else. Everybody else gets rejected. Everybody else moves on. Fuck off. Weirdo. Fuck the hell off. You're in a lot of trouble. You don't seem to get that. If I'm quoting you this much, why do you think you have a choice? Your mental illness is squirting out your ears, hitting everybody else in the eye, and we're tired of it. You don't get to do that. Who the fuck do you think you are? Get a grip on reality. So, this guy here, I mean, these two are not people in love. This guy here is just like Charles. Doesn't even make sense. She's trying to make a point. Do you like having a camera stuck in your face? Where you are? And he doesn't even get, oh, you want me to get the pictures of you? Will your sister scratch you? Is that your sister that scratched you? You want me to get, Oh my God, wow. That's not what she said. That's not even kind of what she said. Impaired cognitive reasoning. Our shrink called it up. She got it right. Years ago. Huntington's disease. Causes paranoia, hallucinations, delusion. You see shit that's not there. Impaired cognitive reasoning, psychosis. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. Impaired cognitive reasoning. Cause and effect, same and different before and after. When you do the crime to me, you're peeping Tom, sicko, rapist problem. It's rape, bitch. I don't care what you think. I don't care what lie you tell yourself. You gotta stop bullshitting yourself all day. We are not a couple, whack job. John Hinckley Jr. There's no fucking way you could get a date with somebody like me. Our shrink was like, he doesn't even want that. Because she said, I like men who are busy working. And I like men who make sure I don't miss a meal. And what's he do? Sits on his fat ass, bothers her all day, and tries to starve her until she lies. He's not after the date. He's after a lie. And the more you lie, the more you fight and fight and fight for your lie, the more truth has come out than ever before in your life. And you have no fucking idea what I just said. Everybody can see by the way that you react to me and to what's said to you, you fucking have no idea what was said. Just like this guy. No fucking idea what she's trying to say here. I can't deal with that. I'm not trained for it. If you're a criminal, I'm going to get the evidence of that. I'm going to get you to say something that I can use against you in a court of law, and I'm going to do it in my sleep. I don't even have to try. And you're not going to know that's what I just did. And fuck you. See you in court. Now, you put up some evidence, Mr. Perry, that there's a political vendetta and ever was. Or put up evidence that it's personal and there's a romance there, or ever was. Put it to the public or shut up. You stay away from my family. My family, if they are a leak, I'm not told who leaks are. If they are, They're not doing something wrong. And that's what the guy said. You act like they've done something wrong. Her family might be involved. Right. And when you say involved, you mean they're talking to cops that are trying to help them not be terrorized by a mentally ill whack job who doesn't, who won't just fuck off and leave everybody the hell alone? Came up here and lied to everybody and terrorized everybody, and he wasn't invited here. That, guess what? That's not illegal. What's illegal is what Mr. Perry's doing. It's not illegal for them to talk to police that are helping make him stop if they're doing that. So fuck you. Involved. I mean, get a grip on reality. Look at this. Doesn't even make sense.
I don't give a f.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army.
gonna
I don't give
find
a
out.
f.
This make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking.
Alright, so we got this, Mr. Perry. I have ingratiated myself to police. No, they're just smarter than you, Matt. Facts, sir. Look at the facts. Material facts. By law, you gotta file a police report in Oklahoma if you're getting threatened with death and false arrest every day. And you need a protective order. So I filed one. At that point, by law, you gotta properly collect the evidence and confirm or rule out arsenic poisoning, harassment, stalking, death threats, all the things that I alleged, sir. You gotta know that. Aren't you a prosecutor? Okay, well, you guys obstructed justice. Tulsa police gave you my police report and they shouldn't have. And then they didn't get you on the obstruction of justice and you didn't collect my evidence either. So you don't know if it's a true or false report. You dumb son of a bitch. How come everybody else knows, but you don't? Ingratiated myself? I mean, come on. You got a cop killed, sir. Here's the thing. There are babies getting their lives blown to bits, sir. You don't know as much as I do about it. If I'm quoting you, don't you think I know a lot more about it than you? Come on, you gotta wake up. If I'm quoting you saying that, she torpedoed my case. Didn't occur to me that she might be telling the truth. Charles, look me in the eye and tell me this isn't personal. Could this be personal? She's ingratiated herself to police over in Oklahoma, who are tipping her off every time we try to do it again. If I'm quoting you, sir, you gotta shit yourself right now. Because that means I know a whole lot more about this case than you do. Because you've made every effort in the world not to. Remember, your attorney went into court and said Matt didn't know anything about it. I mean, his signature's on the papers, but he didn't know anything about it. It's your job to know. Your job is know the crime. At least when you were the DA. I don't know if you're the DA now or not. I don't care. You better know what you're talking about, or don't open your mouth. Check your facts. If I'm quoting you, sir, the McNamara email is a problem, isn't it? He's threatening me with false arrest. And then I had text from Dave. Yeah, we're giving you arsenic, death, and false arrest. You need a fucking protective order. Matt, by law, you gotta file a police report to do that. And they knew that. And it's your job to know. So Josh Burson calls Richard. Go do what? Wait till she goes to work next time. We'll all watch her get ready. Peeping on, Charles is peeping Tom. He'll see when she's getting ready. And then we're stalking her. So we'll have her followed to work next time she goes. And then we'll have Richard go in and ask her if she's working under the color of law. Yep, you don't get to know that right now. None of you do. You don't get to know that. Yes or no? I'm sorry, I'm not telling. It's going to be... we need that protected right now, that information. You're the target of a need to know. And Judy's yelling at Chief Franklin. Oh, wow. What in the hell? What is happening? What the hell is happening? Our family might be involved. Right. When you say involved, you mean they might be reporting crime to cops that are actually going to do something about it? There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong with it, with you stopping them or threatening them or harassing a witness or a victim. Right? God. Alright, let's point all this out again. This right here is all the stuff on the sex trafficking. Okay? This right here, these right here, Mr. Perry was spreading rumors of an affair. So again, Mr. Perry, that would tend to indicate you knew good and well there was never a political vendetta. Did you imagine it or did you lie? You need to state for the record. Did you imagine a political vendetta or did you lie? Did you imagine a romance or did you lie? Proof. Put the proof out right now. You also need to document your time. Why are you always in Oklahoma? Nobody invited you here. Everyone's getting sick and tired of cleaning up the messes you make, though. Yeah, you're not wanted. You're not loved. You're rejected. And you're told on and told on and told on and told on. No idea what I just said, do you? Not a fucking clue. This right here would indicate 2011, before I could have anticipated Mr. Perry would go into court and lie about there being a political vendetta. I'm going to leave it right there. Read them. I'm not doing your homework for you, Judy. This right here. Look at that. Judy, I'm not doing your homework for you. Chief Franklin shouldn't have to either. You guys are in Lubbock. You take care of your shit over there. I came here 9 years ago to get away from Lubbock. All things Lubbock. It's disturbing over there, the shit you guys do. Okay, there's a police report requirement right here. The first one was denied because I forgot my police report and didn't bring it to court. I did have a case number. Look when they called me back. Not till February 15. Look when I filed the report, the 21st. Look when they, by physical force, prevented and delayed the reporting of the crime. On the 29th. When was my evidence properly collected and logged in? When was I interviewed by a cop? When was my blood test taken? Oh, it wasn't. They made sure it wasn't. Now, Princess Cuckoo Bird. Proof. Where's the political vendetta? Where's the personal romance? They conflict. Pick one. Pick your bullshit story and then prove it. Or shut up. Shut up. I don't care what you think. The more you contact me, the more we get. Because you're fucking pissing everybody off with that. Nobody asked you what you think. No one cares. What you were told to do, comply with the law, and fuck off. And as much as we quote you, why do you think you have a choice? Delusional. I think you know you don't. Now get off your ass, lazy fat pervert, and go work. And go be with your family, and stop bothering everybody in Oklahoma. You don't have a choice. As much as we quote you, why do you think you have a choice? You are truly wacky, and I don't have the patience for it. Who gave me that? See, you need the who, what, when, and where. We're getting all this, and you don't have it. You need it definitively. And you don't have it. And you, guess what? There is no chance of getting it. We're very, very good at what we do. What day is he going to arrest you? Huh? What day is he going to... Look at that. Does it look like maybe I was in some trouble with somebody trying to kill me? Why am I asking him these questions? Judy. Yeah. What kind of corruption do you like going on over there, Judy? I mean, how do you know I didn't befriend you to check out the Lubbock Judiciary? Do you know? Charles, we are not friends. You're a job. Get a grip on reality. If I'm quoting you in the middle of your crimes come out more than ever in your life. The more you try to lie, the more the truth comes out. Yeah, I can tell by your reactions, you have no fucking idea what I just said. Not a clue. Do you see this right here? Where it says 1100. See that? That right there is where I said, I'm not Wyatt Earp. I didn't come here to mop up. I don't want to know about this. Why did I say that? I said this before my false arrest. Why did I say that? What was said to me that I'm responding to? Because again, I'm not from here. I didn't know anything about this. This is 2015. I had just moved here. So why would I respond to David like that? I'm not Wyatt Earp. I didn't come here to mop up. I don't want to know about this shit. If there's police corruption, don't bother me with it. I don't want to know. Now, what is this yelling at Chief Franklin for? If that information is correct, oh my God. Again, you're acting like you think I care what you think, Mr. Perry. Everybody's very confused as to why you think that. Were you asked? I don't think you were. You need to mind your own business. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Sir, get the fuck out of my life. As much as we quote you, we're good at what we do, sir. What day is he gonna arrest you? Better wake up, bitch. The guy that got me that, sir. The guy that got me this, sir. What day is he gonna arrest you? The guy that got me this. What day is he gonna arrest you? You forget who it is you're talking to. You can tell you got mental something. Yep, our shrink said it. Our shrink said it a long time ago, Mr. Perry. How do I know about all this? The guy that got me all this, sir, what day is he going to put you in jail? This. Point out for me the marks that look like he was even in a fight, much less one that caused the death of another. Decapitation. He hit back and forth so hard he died of internal decapitation. And he has not a mark on him. Who told me Mike was drugged before anybody else said it? What day is that guy going to arrest you? And he's not happy with Judy right now either. Get the fucking facts. Get the evidence. Or shut up. Because we are. So down the road, unless you want to look like a fool, you better make sure you get it now. Due diligence, give due process, and show due care. It's expected. That's not an option. Did you see anywhere in the Constitution that says it's optional? I don't think it does. I think that's people's rights. That's what you have to do. You don't have a choice. You don't get to hurt kids. You don't get to hurt women. And you're not getting away with it this time. Do you understand me? Act like you understand me, Mr. Perry. Act like you understand what people say. It's important that you do that. Leave me the fuck alone. The more we quote you, the more you gotta know you don't have a choice. This is the puzzle. You can see this one better. Is that your name on that? Oh no, it's not, is it? You're the butt-in. Mind your own business. If somebody wants to know what you think, they'll call you and ask you. Okay? All the wrecks to my car. What is Chief Franklin getting screamed at for from Judy? What the hell is that? I'm like, if that's true, like the fuck? The hell is happening that she thought she could do that? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Nobody's bothering you guys in Lubbock. You're up here bothering us. Do you understand that? That's how we see it. I moved twice to not be bothered. So why are you all up here bothering us and yelling at our police chief and shit? Why don't you mind your own business? Nobody's hurting you. You're getting caught hurting us. What day is Mr. Perry going to jail for doing all this crap? The people that got me this. What day is he going to arrest you, Charles? And we don't have to be bothered by you ever again. You and Judy. Judy, I'm very good at what I do. That's all I'm going to say. You don't have all this, do ya? You're not in contact with our guys, are ya? You should be, but you're not. You don't get to be in the need-to-know loop. I think they've kept you out on purpose. It's about facts. It's about saving life. You heard of saving people's lives? You heard of that? Protecting people, little kids. Matt, you too. They can't make hell hot enough. This stuff right here, all this, Mr. Perry, the guys that have that and got that to me, sir, what day is he going to arrest you? And maybe Judy. She's going to obstruct justice. Huh? You tell us. Now, I'm going to tell you for the last time. Either produce proof of a political vendetta to the public. Not in secret. To the public. You're a public servant. Do it to the public. Or produce evidence of a personal romance to the public. Or shut up. Shut the fuck up. Leave everybody and everything alone. When you contact me, we get more. Is that what you want? Because you piss everybody off. I said, don't contact me. I fucking hate it. When you invade my privacy, they invade yours. They got a court order, you got a weirdo problem. When you cause a problem for me or a loss for me, we get more. Because you piss all those guys off that are helping me. You're infringing upon my rights. And you don't get to do that. Not this time. Leave me the fuck alone, weirdo. Do not contact me again. I fucking hate it. It's nasty. You're disgusting. You're fucking gross. Now, go talk to your wife, Jacqueline, to try to see if where's she in all this? What have you done to her? What have you done to her? She agreed to be in a romance with you. She agreed to spend her life with you. She agreed to take you in sickness and health. So go be nice to her and leave everybody else the fuck alone. Mind your own business and don't, listen, I don't care what you think. I did not ask you. And act like you understand what people say. Period. Get the fuck out of my face. And leave everybody the hell alone.